Well, hello and welcome to this midday market mood check. I'm Nandita, Khemka, and I have with me my colleague Yatin, Mota. Well, the RBI has hiked rates by 35 basis points, which was discounted by the markets. No knee-jerk reaction as such, but we did see the Nifty slip below that 18,600 mark. Well, the governor has said that the RBI will be keeping Arjuna's eye on inflation and that the central bank will be ready to act if needed, but the growth forecast has been cut to 6.8% from 7%, citing global headwinds. When you look at the sectors, Realty and media are the top losers in today's session. PSU banks are holding out pretty smartly. Yatin, what are the individual movers in trade today?
So, Nandita, let's talk about the RBI policy first. 35 basis points hike, and obviously the RBI is fully, looking at controlling inflation for the next 6 to 12 months is what broadly the RBI governor's speech meant. Obviously, the balance factor would be growth. Direct tax, indirect tax collections are decent, so probably the government also has leeway on spending. So let's see how really the budget really shapes up. RBI policy is done and dusted. Probably the markets already had priced in that particular 35 basis points hike.
But I would like to come in here and say that, Street was expecting this to be the last rate hike. So we will have to wait and see whether or not the RBI will pause from here on.
Whatever we spoke with experts, people were thinking that there could be a brief pause, not a complete pause, but a brief pause, wait and watch, because US inflation is peaking, global situation is coming back to normal. I think RBI was slightly aggressive on that front, not pausing or indicating a pause, or probably indicating a wait and watch. So
because the stance was also withdrawal of accommodation and not neutral.
But I think more or less the policy was on expected lines. Right now the Nifty is trading 55 points lower. We are below that 18,600 mark. Advance decline ratio also broadly coming to 7:12. Which was almost 1:1 in the morning. So slightly higher on the declines right now. FMCG, PSU banks are gaining. Obviously, there was a brokerage upgrade report by Morgan Stanley on Dabur, and generally Morgan Stanley expects a good rural, boost for FMCG companies. And post that report, we have seen FMCG as a pack doing well. PSU banks are also doing well. They continue to do well. Real estate, IT stocks are falling. However, if you look at Nifty 50, BPCL yesterday was the top loser, today is the top gainer, 2% higher for that stock. L&T Asian Paints, ITC doing well. Bajaj Twins continue to see sell-off, that stock is down 2%. Bajaj Finsam I'm talking about. Tata Motors, IndusInd Bank also down 1.5%. Now, let's talk about the general movers and shakers, wherein we have Heikel doing well, 8% up for that one. Siemens, after winning a broad 20,000 crore project from the railways, they are L1 bidders there obviously, but after that big project in Gujarat where they have to manufacture electric locomotives for the Indian Railways, that stock is quite excited. In fact, brokerages were not expecting such a large order win for Siemens, and probably after that order win we have seen some good momentum there. HDFC AMC, that stock is up to 2.5%. After Aberdeen, which is a co-sponsor of the AMC, is looking to exit its entire 10.2% odd, and they are planning to do it with a single buyer holding 10%. So that approvals are pending, but market is probably looking at the overhang, which will be likely gone after Aberdeen exits HDFC AMC. So Nandita, this is a broad market sense that we are getting.
Then Bijaji is another stock that's doing pretty well after its quarterly earnings. Any brokerage reports on that? Because the stock is up 25%.
So it's a new IPO. Nandita, no brokerage coverage, but yes, growth is 50% plus as far as top line, bottom line is concerned. Stock is expensive, no doubt, but obviously it is compensated by the high growth that the company is posting. A lot of investor interest, especially in all of these smaller companies wherein there is a brand shift. And the organized market to unorganized kind of a story which is shaping up, especially in the Indian snack market. Obviously, Haldiram Moneycontrol had indicated that Haldiram is also looking for an IPO.
Some business reaching before that.
Yeah, so I think all of these factors working out well for Bijaji.
Right. Yatin, if you look at the Nifty this week, it has been in the red since the start of the week. Even the mid and small cap indices have been underperforming as such. So the next big cue, of course, will be tomorrow's Gujarat election results. post which we may stage a recovery and look at ending the week at least on a positive note. What do you have to say about that? Any expectations of the market staging a turnaround?
I don't think so. There is some positive surprise that the market will expect from Gujarat elections. Probably it is give or take this time BJP reforming the government.
Exit polls, what the
because
exit polls indicated,
it's Prime
right?
Minister Modi's home ground. So least that we expect BJP shockers there. Obviously, one shocker which was there today is the MCD election, which is the Delhi municipality elections, where Aam Aadmi Party has been leading by a decent margin. So obviously, exit polls also somehow indicated. But I think Aam Aadmi Party is faring well versus the exit poll. So probably that is one key takeaway in this political battle between the government at the center, which is BJP, versus the other regional parties. So let's see how MCD elections really tally at the end of the day.
Right, let's see. We're hoping that we manage to stage a turnaround and end the week on a positive note at least. Well, with that, it's a wrap on this midday market mood check. Stay tuned to Moneycontrol for more news and updates.